Hi everybody, it's Jeanette Vilda. So in the past couple of videos I've been showing you how to make a little steampunk folio, and I wanted to show you my final result. So this is my completed steampunk folio, and as I said, the papers that I used are from Blanche. It's the steampunk papers from Blanche. The base, of course, is made with the file folders. I've added here on the cover some chipboard elements. These are from Fabrica de Coro. And then I painted them. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. Maybe if I tilt, you can kind of see how they're a little shiny. So what I used on that was the Fabrica de Coro Deco Glaze. And they come out, it's almost kind of like an enamel. So it comes out really neat and shiny, and I love it. So I used, in case you were wondering, I first put down a layer of aquamarine and then kind of just dabbed, not really painted over, but dabbed at it with the emerald so it would get a two-tone. The funny thing is on the monitor I can see that none of these are sort of really matching. This looks really blue, and this looks more like it does in real life. When in actuality, this is pretty green. It's like an extremely dark version of this color. So it looks odd on my monitor. I don't know how that's coming across, but in real life, this is green, and it's exact same color, just really dark. So that's funny. Let's see. So moving inside. On this first panel, so pretty much all of the little die cuts that you see are all Blanche. And most of them come from the Steampunk line, although some of them I think are from their Fantasy line. I'm not entirely certain. And all of these little acrylic, what do you call that? Little doodads. Those are also Blanche. So I have, I don't know. I think this might be Hart's Ideen, whatever. It's a German company. They've got really nice kind of metallic envelopes and papers that match each other. So I had this envelope, but I didn't like how amazingly orange it was in terms of the gold. So on the bottom part here, I just kind of took a stamp, which also happens to be Blanche, and just stamped at it. Didn't care that it came out, that you could see it. It was just really kind of toning it down a bit, just to make it a little less. And then I used another Blanche stamp here that's actually from their Steampunk line. And you can hardly see it, but I kind of like how it just sort of peeks out here at the top. And then I just made a little cluster of stuff, and it's just stapled on there. Because with these acrylic pieces, they're a little difficult to adhere, so I just staple them. And then I had a bunch of little cards and stuff from the Steampunk line that I didn't use, so I just put them all here in this envelope so that somebody else can use them and add them in. I love this card. I just think that's awesome. Now this is, I did leave this open, grab this, so you could tuck a tag in here. I just didn't make one to put in there. Opening up. Move stuff around my desk here so I can show this. Here I took some of the leftover bits of my manila folder from making the whole folio, and I just made a pocket. So nice long tag. This is actually, that's why, one of the remnants of papers from all the cutting. And again, I just backed it on some of the leftover manila folders. All of these labels, I think there's just about the only thing in here that isn't Blanche is this. These are Pink Monarch Crafts. So which has nice labels, and I really like to use them. And then this is one of the journal cards, and just give it a little oomph. And for one of the journal cards that you have in the kit. So now this I did as part of the tutorial on how to make this center part. But I didn't decorate it in the tutorial because you don't need to see me decorating. But what I did here on this front panel was just take another piece of the manila folder that was left over, took some of the paper, and then these are rub-ons, and I just had fun just randomly putting them everywhere on the page. So that's how I got that. And another couple of journal cards. Oops, how about this way? From the kit. I like to put them side to side so that the ribbon could go right in between them. And then flipping open. Here I didn't put anything. You put a picture, add anything in, but down here another of the journal cards. Hold yet another of the journal cards. And then I showed you how to put in this little guide for doing the notebook. And so here I've just added in the papers. So again, that folds up and then ties. It's crazy how the color of this just, it's weird how it really does not show accurately. It's really weird because the rest, all the colors are showing accurately, but this does not. I don't know why that is. Okay, so going over here, I just took another of a couple of pieces of the manila folder. Like I said, I don't use these little tabs for the main piece, so I had all of those that I had cut off. So backed them with the paper. Now these two papers are actually on the backs of the journal cards, which is nice. So you, with the journal cards, you get yet another set of pretty paper. So just have a few, and then this is another of the remnant pieces cut off, and then another of the journal cards. And then I showed you how I did my journal. That's all in there, and it's held in with the ribbon, and I got my husband to help me put it in a lot tighter than when I do it by myself. So it's not going anywhere, but you can still slide it out, but nice and held in there. So back behind here, let me pull these out and we can see how it looks. Another couple of remnants of the file folder, just backed them with some paper. This is another of those little acrylic pieces, and I added a little balloon. And then the back, another of the leftover pieces of paper, and another of these little acrylic pieces, and held in place with this little tab to help you get it in and out of the pocket, but also I had to staple that on there anyways. And I loved this last piece of paper, and I liked just kind of highlighting it in a tag. So there she is, put her in there that way. Let's see if it's in there. And last but not least, we got a belly band. Let me pull that out so you can really see it. And again, this is all the little die cuts that came with the Blanche paper. So I just kind of put them all down on a leftover piece of the file folder, backed with some paper, and then we've got a bunch of little things. And then this is some of the leftover piece of manila folder. And like I said, the envelope has corresponding paper, so I put the paper onto the envelope and then just randomly put some of the die cuts on there, stitched around it, so you have a little booklet here. And that's under the belly band. Nice snug. So that is my folder all decorated up. And again, I didn't do anything to the back. It has the beautiful paper, so you really don't need to do anything. It's one thing I like to use these papers for covers. Really don't have to do anything to it, just really pretty. So there we go. That is our completed folio, Simple Dimple. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If here at the end you see anything in here that I did that's confusing, you want to know if you want me to cover anything in another video, or just have questions, let me know down in the comments. And please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.